You're listening to The Ride to Work with Pastor Fred. Fuel for your faith before you clock in. Enjoy the ride.
Good morning, my riders. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us for A Ride to Work. I am Pastor Fred, and today it's Friday, and it's payday for some people. Come on in here. That's something to celebrate. So we want to talk about Payday Peace. Is that all right? Payday Peace. Dealing with when contentment pays more than cash. Listen, I thank you guys so much. It's been a great week, and I thank you so much for joining us. Listen, it's payday, like I said, for some of y'all. Some people may get paid next week. I'm not sure, but Friday seems to be that day when people always talk about payday. And before you say amen, let's talk about it. Let's chat about it on the way to work. Look, isn't it funny? I was thinking about this the other day. It's funny how you can get paid, because I hear it all the time, and you still feel like you're broke because you got so much to pay, you got all these bills, and it seems like you've worked, and you get to this point, you get to payday when they deposit in that check or something. I don't know if anybody's still getting paper checks or not. I'm not sure. But that direct deposit hits, and you're good, and you look at your account, you check your account, and you got that card, and you're ready to go. But you're ready to go pay all these bills. And sometimes it's still, at the end of it all, it just makes you feel like you're still broke. And you see, I say that because sometimes it's not the amount that's missing. It's just the alignment that's off. Watch this. Philippians 4:12 says, I've learned to be content in whatever state I'm in. That's what Paul was saying. Paul had said, look, I've learned what it was like to have, and I know what it's like not to have. But I've learned in either way, in either condition, in either state that I was in, I've learned to be content with it. And you got to understand what Paul is saying here. He said, I've learned. What that means is contentment is not an automatic thing. It's a taught behavior. It's taught by experience. You've gone through some things. You've dealt with some things to get to the point to where, whether you're high or whether you're low, whether you're full, whether you're empty, whether you're happy, whether you're sad, whether folk like you, whether folk don't like you, you're content. I'm good with it. Sometimes you got to tell yourself, you know what, I'm good with that. I'm good with that. Because true peace don't come from what's in your account. It comes from who's in control. Isn't that right? That's where true peace comes from. Who's in control? Not just your account, but who's in control of you? Who rules? Who regulates your life? Who do you bounce ideas off of, decisions off of? Because that's where the true peace comes from. If God is in control, you'll have true peace. And I say true peace because you got to understand, some people say I got peace, but do you have true peace? Because true peace, that's an inner thing. That's something that's in you that lasts, not just a moment. Because you can have peace for a moment. You can be peaceful. Things can be peaceful around you for a moment. But when you have that true peace, that inner peace, it doesn't matter what's going on around, whatever situation, what circumstances, whatever conditions that are happening around you, I'm still good with it. That's true peace. Listen to what I'm saying. Watch this. When your heart is rich in gratitude, when you have that type of heart, that type of spirit, that type, you're thankful, you're grateful. When you have that type of grateful heart, your life will never be bankrupt in grace. You'll always have that supply of grace in your life. Always. When your heart has gratitude, when you're thankful for what you do have, not complaining about what you don't have. See, some people they'll spend their whole check trying to feel validated. But God says you can't buy what peace gives for free. Why are you trying to buy what peace gives for free? You shouldn't do that. So today I want you, my riders, watch this. I want you to breathe. I want you to balance. I want you to believe that God will make sure you have enough. All right, so let's make this declaration. Come on, it's declaration time. It's Friday. It's payday. Look, I need you to say this and say this well. Today, I will steward wisely. That means I'll be a good steward. I will spend peacefully and trust completely. My worth is not in my wallet, but it's in His will. Say that. Believe that. Live that. Thank you so much. This has been a ride to work with Pastor Fred. Remember, look, peace pays daily, even when the paycheck doesn't. God bless you. God keep you. Have a wonderful weekend. And